functioned under the virtual supreme authority of Father de Fawkes. He subsequently became editor-in-chief of the definitive series on the Dead Sea Scrolls, the multi-volume discoveries in the Jordan Desert, published by Oxford University Press. He was to retain his prominence in the field until his death in 1971. Roland de Fawkes was born in Paris in 1903 and studied for the priesthood between 1925 and 1928 at the seminary of St. Sulpice, learning Arabic and Aramaic in the process. In 1929, he joined the Dominican order, under whose auspices he was sent to the École Biblique in Jerusalem. He began teaching regularly at the École in 1934 and served as its director from 1945 until 1965. Between 1938 and 1953, he edited the École's magazine Revue Biblique. To those who met or knew him, de Vaux was a striking and memorable personality. Something of a character, a heavy smoker, he wore a bushy beard, glasses, and a dark beret. He also invariably wore his white monk's robes, even on excavations. A charismatic man, known for his vigor and enthusiasm. He was an eloquent lecturer and an engaging raconteur, with a flair for public relations. This made him an ideal spokesman for the enterprise on which he was engaged. One of his former colleagues described him to us as a good scholar, if not a particularly good archaeologist. But behind his personable facade, de Vaux was ruthless, narrow-minded, bigoted, and fiercely vindictive. Politically, he was decidedly right-wing. In his youth, he had been a member of Action Franchise, the militant Catholic and nationalist movement, which burgeoned in France between the two world wars, which extolled the cult of blood and soil and expressed more than a little sympathy for the dictatorships in Germany, Italy, and on Franco's triumph, Spain. Certainly he was ill-suited to preside over research on the Dead Sea Scrolls. In the first place, he was not just a practicing Catholic, but also a monk, and this could hardly conduce to balance or impartiality in his handling of extremely sensitive, even explosive religious material. Moreover, he was hostile to Israel as a political entity, always referring to the country as Palestine. On a more personal level, he was also anti-Semitic. One of his former colleagues testifies to his resentment at Israelis attending his lectures. After interviewing DeFawkes, David Priest Jones stated that I found him and his irascible brute, slightly potty too. According to Megan Broshy, currently director of the Israeli Shrine of the Book, DeVaux was a rabid anti-Semite and a rabid anti-Israeli, but was the best partner one could ask for. This was the man then too won responsibility for the Dead Sea.